Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Robert Montez with Link Financial Advisory, where we are focused on helping you win with money. In today's video, we are going to be continuing our conversation on Secure 2.0. We're going to discuss 4 things that have changed for those individuals who are either in or nearing retirement, and just some things that they should probably be aware of. So let's get right into them. The first major change that we saw with Secure 2.0 was the required minimum distribution age increased 1 year from age 72 to 73. What this means is those individuals in retirement have just an additional year to decide on when they want to start taking their required minimum distributions. This is nice for individuals who are maybe planning on retiring a little bit later or don't necessarily want to have to pull out, earlier if they don't need the money. So not a huge change, but definitely can make an impact if you're trying to delay taking those required minimum distributions. The second thing that we saw change was there was a lowering in the tax penalty if you fail to take that RMD. So prior to Secure 2.0, if you did not take the appropriate required minimum distribution, you were assessed a 50% penalty tax on the amount not withdrawn. For example, if you had to take $10,000 out and you didn't, you got taxed on $5,000 of that as ordinary income. So it's a very steep penalty. What this change did is it lowered that from 50% down to 25%. So it's still a steep tax. You definitely want to make sure you're taking those RMDs if you're subject to them. But they also entered some provisions that allow people to lower that to as little as 10%, potentially waived if forms are filed in a timely manner. But it's nice to kind of lower how steep of a penalty that is. The third change we saw was there was an increase in catch-up contributions for individuals aged 60 to 63. So what the provision did is it allowed individuals to save an additional $2,500 on top of the $7,500 already available. Now, this is not going to start until 2025, so we'll see this kick in a few years. These increases are also going to be indexed with inflation moving forward, so that's nice because it means there's a potential to have your catch-up contribution go up every single year. But this just gives individuals who are in those last few years before retirement the ability to save a little bit more and plan a little bit further for their retirement. The final thing that we saw was that the provision changed the requirement on required minimum distributions where they no longer, starting in 2024, will no longer affect Roth assets and employer-sponsored plan. So if you have, let's say Roth assets in your 401k, similar to a Roth IRA, there are going to be no more required minimum distributions on that section or that portion of your assets. So that's kind of nice. And we're of the opinion that it's always nice to have Roth assets available if you can, just because at retirement, it gives you the ability to kind of plan on where you're taking income if you're trying to keep yourself in a certain tax bracket and not cross over certain thresholds. There's been a lot of changes, guys. A lot of things going on with Secure 2.0. This is something our team has been spending a ton of time just getting, savvy on and knowing what's changed and how that impacts individuals, both who are younger, maybe older, or even business owners. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions on this or how it impacts you, don't hesitate to reach out. Or if you just have general financial planning questions, we're here to be a resource for you guys. As always, appreciate you watching. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. If you're here in Montana, staying warm. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.